Volkswagen Autoeuropa, located in Palmela in Portugal, is one of the most modern automobile factories in Europe. The production area measures more than 1 million square meters, and the VW Charan, Seat Alhambra, VW Scirocco and VW EOS models are made here just in time. After undergoing tests, about 550 vehicles leave the plant every day and make their way to customers all over the world. The factory is aiming to increase its output during the next few months. As is the case at all the other VW Group factories, productivity and quality are the top priorities at VW Autoeuropa. Antonio Pires, who has been factory manager at Palmela since September 2010, has this goal clearly in mind.
For us, a big challenge is to increase the productivity, like in the past. Now with new products, we have to improve even more the productivity, because that's one of the key factors to be selected for new products and new investments in the plant. Also, of course, the quality has to be improved. It's a non-ending fight in day-to-day to supply the products that our customers is expecting. And Volkswagen, being a top brand, is always looking forward to surprise the customer with good quality. And that's not exclusive from any plant. It's for all the plants. It's the same policy.
To achieve this, the factory has to permanently optimize processes in all its departments, one of the most important management tasks for factory manager Pires.
So Volkswagen is much involved on improving the products, improving the processes, because, as you know, Volkswagen is willing to become the first automobile producer in the world, and we are now importing methods from other philosophy, from other lean management philosophy. That's why every week we are bringing workshops to improve the productivity, to improve the quality, to improve the processes. And that's one of the main tasks every week. Each manager has to present improvement measures in his shop.
One example is the bodywork department. The car doors, chassis, roofs formed in the press shop, and components that are supplied form the vehicle's frame. Antonio Norberto, who is responsible for the production system in this department, has helped set up industrial engineering and the MTM expertise at VW Autoeuropa. He knows what is required.
We need to see and we need to implement several workshops in order that we can implement the best process that we can in our production lines, having in mind productivity, having in mind quality, and also very important, having in mind the ergonomic position of the persons. So we don't want only to take the most as we can from our Mitarbeiter, but we also want to be sure to ensure to our Mitarbeiter that they have a good process that will not injure them in the future.
About 80% of the welding points on the bodywork are completed by robots. The rest involve manual work. As the welding guns are not lightweight items, equipment has been developed to make it easier for the workers to handle the tools. But the workers' ability to handle systems is just as important as the ergonomic design of the work involved.
We develop and we implement in Autoeuropa, as we have in all other plants that belong to VW Group, training centers where we train our people in the basic movements, how they should handle a tool, what is the waste, what are the added value operations, how they can secure a hand tool when they are giving a torque. So we are taking care not only of the added value operations, but also of the ergonomic of their daily business. And these are the basic elements that we are teaching to our people in order that they understand why we ask them to act in a specific way.
Optimizing processes and minimizing ergonomic pressure at the same time, i.e. making work as healthy and productive as possible, are the essential element in productivity management, from the press shop to final assembly. Production manager Miguel Sanchez believes that MTM is indispensable as the standard method.
Definitely, MTM has been extensively used for more than 10 years, and it's been a very useful and powerful tool in order not only, as I said, to plan the introduction of changes and new products, but as well as a basis for continuous improvement of the productivity in our plant. So it's a very well accepted tool either from the planning departments, industrial engineering and planning, but especially for production, because it gives us a good base, a good scientific base to work upon.
In the light of the complexity of the one-line concept introduced in 2009, i.e. producing various vehicles on one line, he says it is particularly important to be able to exactly calculate the basic workload for each workstation and the balance between the workstations in line with the actual production work required for the model in question. But he believes MTM can be used at VW Autoeuropa in other application areas too.
If we think that MTM is a method and time measurement, we can apply it not only for the direct processes, as we see here in the line, but we can also use it for indirect processes. For example, when we have a unit that projects design and manufacture tools, stamping tools, and we are doing some experiments in order to apply some of the production system principles in an indirect and a process that is not done within a cycle like a production line. And I think that MTM, for example, can be very helpful to access also some of these indirect processes.
VW Autoeuropa regularly passes on its experience with using innovative management methods. Just recently at the third workshop organised by the Portugal MTM chapter, the ATAC Training Centre at the VW site in Palmeira and the Sanutec Enterprise and Technology Centre in São João da Madeira. The latter currently pools and represents the interests of 32 companies in northwest Portugal. More than 180 participants discussed the use of MTM at Portuguese companies with experts from the worlds of science and business. Engineers at VW Autoeuropa, for instance, explained how MTM reveals wastage in making materials available and guarantees that production lines are supplied continually. Learning from one another with regard to work and process design and promoting the transfer of expertise from major industries to the normal Portuguese SME sector is the most important issue for Sanutec Managing Director Alexandre Rios Paulo. He believes there is a huge opportunity to spread the MTM message into traditional business sectors too.
There are two different scenarios. The first scenario is related to the automotive industry. The persons who are involved in this area knows what is MTM, and they understand the importance to use this kind of methodology in their daily work. Okay. Now we are trying to make some evolution to put this methodology in the other sectors, namely the shoe sector and the textile. Persons don't understand yet what is what kind of added value this methodology can have for their production system, but I think we are in the right steps, and I believe in the next years also the shoe sector and the textile will have this methodology implemented in their industry.
The MTM chapter in Portugal will continue to support this transfer of expertise at various workshops, in-house training sessions and outside qualification courses.